Hey everyone, Charting Man Dan from ChartGuys.com. You know, behind every single video that we put out every single day, there's a wonderful community of traders that we want to invite you to be a part of. Try the free 7-day trial and gain access to our live market broadcasts every morning and afternoon, interact with hundreds of like-minded traders, or take part in one of our dedicated chat rooms, each led by an analyst that's there to answer your questions in real time. Our trial is risk-free with absolutely no commitment or credit card required to experience the TCG community. For those looking for a head start in technical analysis, check out our entries and exits course in the link below in the description. Get up to speed with the fundamentals of TCG technical analysis and experience over 5 hours of great community-driven trading education. Hey everyone, checking in on CMG, VRX, Twitter and GoPro daily weekly time frame. So CMG continuing to fit in our equilibrium pattern with our higher lows and lower highs. The momentum favoring the bears at the end of the day yesterday carried over into today, and we still have that with a close near the low. So we have our high, low, lower high. Bulls are looking for a higher low above 465.99. We are still holding the middle Bollinger Band. It is likely to be tested tomorrow. It's going to be in the low 470s. Bulls want to hold that level and see a bullish reversal candlestick to indicate that we are likely to stay within this tightening range. I want to see this range break next week. It'll give us a nice clear play. We will see a spike in volume and a spike in volatility when that break does occur. So whenever you want to see a tightening range on a different time frame, you zoom out and it shows up as an inside bar. So the weekly candlestick is an inside bar compared to the previous range of the previous week. And next week we are looking for a break of this inside bar candlestick, a break of the high, and we're looking up to 500, and a break of the low, and we're looking to consolidate further. It is a potential bull flag on the daily time frame, but as of right now, it's more of a pennant due to that higher low, lower high pattern that is forming on the daily time frame. So tomorrow will be interesting. Bulls need to show up to keep us in this tight pattern heading into next week. VRX today saw a bit more pullback. We filled the gap to the downside. That momentum was favoring the bears heading into today. That filled the gap at 975. It is an indecision doji. This favors the bulls. Our new support is 956. The bulls are looking to regain $10 as support. It's a psychological level. It's fairly important as it is such a strong psychological level, and you'll see it act as resistance or support depending on what side of the fence we're on regarding that level. And this right now is a potential bull flag as well. Considering the move where we came from, we went from 831 all the way up to 1049, so a $2 move, and then from 1049 we pulled back less than $1, so still favoring the bulls in the short term. But that being said, in the long term, this weekly candlestick is rejecting from the exponential resistance. So I'm watching to see, this is a potential bear flag on the weekly. And my guide for bear flags and bull flags is exponential moving averages. If we cannot get over the weekly exponential moving average resistance next week, it'll be more likely that it is a bear flag, as that exponential resistance will be driving the price down without allowing for even a short-term bounce. So watching very close to see how we react to these weekly moving averages. And right now, still favoring the bulls in the short term due to the doji that showed up today. Twitter is a bearish reversal candlestick after a huge run to the upside. If we see a break of the low of today tomorrow, 1836, and another red day, we will confirm this bearish reversal candlestick, and we will be looking for a normal, healthy pullback after a huge move to the upside. So we had another push to the upside, rejecting from 1889, and now pulling back, losing the upper Bollinger Band of support, and looking for a bit more further consolidation. So the weekly time frame is trying to break the lower high pattern, and it did. 1877 was the level to break. We broke above it. Goal for the bulls tomorrow is to close above 1824 to remain in breakout mode on the weekly time frame. And as of right now, we are seeing that still a very strong weekly candlestick. It depends on how much consolidation we see tomorrow, but the weekly trend is shifting now. Now, when we consolidate, we're going to look for a higher low to form on the weekly, and then we're going to look for the bulls to keep trying to break higher highs and turn this thing around, at least for the short term. Price back at 25.25 from October, and we're looking now, next resistance, major resistance on the weekly is 1984. GoPro textbook bear play. We had a lower low hit today. We broke 820 support. The bulls did buy a bit of that dip trying to defend 820 support, and we dipped down to 812. So we're still watching 805. If we break 805, we start to fill the gap down to 737. We are watching that gap for the next couple of weeks. The bears have proven themselves. Look at the volume, increasing bear volume. Again, textbook play here for the bears. And let me know if anybody's playing these plays. If anybody GoPro taking bearish, certainly would like to hear it. 7% move down in the past 2 days. GoPro on the weekly time frame, rejecting from the middle Bollinger Band on the weekly 4 weeks in a row. That's 890 and dropping. If the bulls cannot get over that weekly, they're not going anywhere. So on the daily time frame, lower high, lower low, and now we need to see a close under 820, a break of 805, and then we're looking down to this gap. If the bulls show up, keep 820 support, don't ever close below it, and head back to 879 resistance where we topped out. That would change things in the short term, but they're going to have to see a strong day tomorrow and a bullish reversal candlestick. So that's what we've got heading into tomorrow to end the week. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you over the weekend.